Hi everyone, welcome back to David at Go To Hobbies. Sorry about the background noise, got birdies twitting in the garden. Right, we're going to talk about tailgaters. Now the problem with tailgaters, they're absolute morons, as you know. But the problem we have is, how do you discourage what they're doing? How do you report them? What can you do for your own safety? Well, first of all, right, so one of my subscribers or viewers made the suggestion about spraying the washer wiper to clear the front window screen so it sprays over the top and onto the screen of the vehicle behind you, tailgating you. It does work. Obviously, it worked for this person. The other option is to put a tennis ball, a little tennis ball, on the back wiper, just under the back wiper. So when you've got this idiot tailgating you, you just turn your wiper on, the ball bounces off the back of the car onto the floor, bounces up, hits them on the vehicle. Technically, it's not a good idea because you're putting debris on the motorway or carriageway. Technically speaking, no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. I don't suggest you do it. I don't think it's a good idea because a car could run over it, it could cause an accident. We don't want anything to happen like that. But just spraying the window wash water or setting them a little bit higher so they spray over, good idea. It is one way of deterring the tailgaters from doing it. Just spray your windows with washer liquid for a while, and if they're still doing it, give them another wash of wiper fluid. They normally get the idea, as my subscriber or viewer pointed out. That's one way. Now, another way is move on to the outside lane. This is more respecting, like in roadwork sections, like on the M1 at the moment between junction. Doggies are barking again. Always want to make a video, they start barking. And that is in the roadwork section where the speed limit is to 50 mile an hour. Let me just stop the doggies barking, I'll be back. Sorry about that, it's getting near doggy dinner time. So they are getting a bit excited because it's dinner time. Right, what I was saying. So ideally, you want to move out their way. Accelerate away, pull over to the left. One thing you can do to help yourself is not hog the middle lane. Because the trouble with lorries, they are governed to 56 mile an hour. Some do a little bit more, some do a little bit less. Between 52 and 60 mile an hour, what a lorry will do. And for your own safety, don't piss a lorry driver off. They are absolute stupid muppets. Not all of them, but there's a fair few of them that are mindless morons, to say the least. Or technically put in what we call in the trade screwdrivers, because they're just a tool and they've got nothing else between that. So, yeah, I'm a HGV driver. I've spent 40 years doing it, but I don't piss people off. Well, I try not to intentionally. And not only that, I drive with due care and consideration and care about other people. I'm not one of these drivers that, I'm not going to dwell on this too much, but I'll just tell you, I'm not one of those drivers that sits in the middle lane. I'll pull over, I use indicators. Dogs again. Bear with. Sorry about that, but that's Bear. He's barking his head off because my daughter's gone out the front, and obviously he thinks it's someone walking around the front, so he starts barking. So that's why Bear's like he is. Plus, it's near dinner time, so they want their din-dins, and that's Teddy adding his £2 worth in. So that's what I'm saying, and that is a few things you can do. Again, sorry about the noise. Let me try again. Sorry. Third time lucky. Alright, sorry about that. Where was we? Just got to think what I was saying about. Bugger, isn't he? Eh? He's a pain in the bum. But anyway, we'll try and carry on regardless. As I was saying, one of the things you can do is spray and remove wiper fluid. So I'm going to sort this doggy out. Bear with. As soon as I get up, he stops. Oh dear. Never mind. Right, where was we? Now, a couple of things I would suggest you do. One is you move away from the vehicle if it's safe to do so, and that means pulling into the outside lane, because if you're in a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit, right, you don't want a HGV sitting in your ass, because one, they're stupid idiots. Two, they should know better than doing this. And all I can do is apologise. Not all us HGV drivers are absolute screwdrivers and muppets and mindless morons. Some of us do care. I've been doing it 40 years and I don't drive like that. And another thing you can do is, you can't do it while you're driving, but if you have a passenger with you, you can record what they're doing. You can record the registration number. Or if you've got a good memory, you can remember the registration number, whereabouts you was on the motorway, right? What you do, you pull into the next services, you write down the registration, the name of the company, right? Whereabouts it happened and the time. And if you've got dashcam footage, even better. So you either pull over and pull into the near side lane and let the vehicle pass, and then if you do get the chance, record the vehicle registration, right? And then you Google the company and you ask to speak to the transport manager, namely you phone them up and report them for what just happened. This is the only way to stop these drivers being absolute dickheads, because they are making the rest of us HGV drivers associated with them bringing disrespect, and it's not nice. And all I can do is apologise to you for the way you've been treated. If you get treated like that by a HGV driver, it's unprofessional, it's breaking the law, and they should know better. And it's no excuse, because HGV drivers have killed people because of tailgating, because they don't have a safe braking distance. And it's not only HGVs, it's car drivers as well, van drivers, even coach drivers. National coaches have done it. I've got their video on my YouTube channel of a particular coach doing it. Various companies have been doing it. It's all on my YouTube channel, where you can look at Drive to Survive and you can see what companies or their drivers have been doing. It's plain as day. You know, the law could prosecute those drivers for careless driving. The evidence is there. So if you actually present your information to the transport manager or to the company managing director or CEO of that company and demand that they do something about it, 99% of the time they will. You will get the odd arsehole of a transport manager that thinks he knows it all and his drivers won't do it. I would say then what you do, you speak to VOSA and you notify them of what the company did or the driver, and report the transport manager to VOSA for what they did or did not do, and not take your complaint seriously. VOSA will do something about it. VOSA will have a great deal of interest in that company. So the more people report companies and the drivers of those companies for tailgating, careless driving and dangerous driving, it will make the industry safer, it will make people's lives safer, and it will reduce the amount of fatalities on the road and serious injuries. But we all have a part to play, and that part starts with every single one of us taking note of these bad drivers and highlighting it, either putting it on YouTube or send them to me, where I will put them on YouTube with your permission. But you need to write an email or a message saying that you have my full permission and you can do what you like with the video. I normally would edit the sound out because obviously you don't want your voices on it. That's quite easy to do, and I can alter what parts you do want in it and what parts you don't want in it. It's for your own benefit. And if it's like you've got a video of personal people in that you don't want to display, I can edit those out as well. And I can just put captions into the video saying this is what happened, vehicle registration, where it happened, what time it was, and so on and so forth, to highlight the bad driver that did this and to stamp it out, and to highlight this to the company as well, which I can phone them up and say to them, this is what evidence we have, your driver did this at this time, this is their vehicle registration, and address the situation. So that's my part to you. And again, I emphasise that not all HGV drivers are such screwdrivers and have a careless and disregard for the law and safety. It's a shame that these drivers are doing it. I've reported quite a few HGV drivers and companies for their bad drivers, and leave it with them to address. So if you enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up and please subscribe to the channel. And any comments you want to make, please leave them below and I will address those. And I think hopefully I've put your mind at rest where we're not all dickheads. Some of them are. Some of them absolute screwdrivers. And you think to yourself, I'll be honest with you, I'm ashamed to be associated with these type of drivers. But it takes all sorts, doesn't it, in this world? And after 40 years, I've seen most things. And I'll give you another little inkling of what I saw the other day. A tipper driver driving an Arctic, right? So it's an Arctic that can tip its load up, and whether it be stone, soil, or whatever, right? He drove round a roundabout on the A57 heading north towards the M1. He took that roundabout probably about 35-40 mile an hour. How he didn't turn his Arctic over, I do not know. And that is the sort of muppets we are dealing with. Careless drivers. It doesn't have to be a tipper driver. It can be other type of drivers as well. But they have no respect for safety, law, and your life or my life. So, as I always say in every video, please be safe, stay safe, and drive safe, and get home in one piece. So that's why I make the videos, Drive to Survive. Hope you enjoyed it. As I already said, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up. Until the next time, take care everyone, bye bye.